We are live. We family, son. So, it's Christmas. And I'm in a giving mood. So, when people want to go out of their way and give me shit, I like to return the favor, except I like to wait for special days like today. Today's Christmas. Merry Christmas, everybody. For most. So, it's been brought to my attention, obviously. It's happened sometime. And sometimes you gotta let shit simmer, you know what I mean? So you really think about it with a clear head. Think about how you want to handle it, how you want to approach it. Think about how you want to react to it, right? So I released a video a couple weeks ago. It was an announcement for the fantasy football league that I do for my podcast, We Family Son. You might have heard me say it in the beginning of the streams. You might have heard me say it at the end of streams. You hear it on, and if you listen to the podcast, you hear it all the time. When you see my posts, you see that as well. Now, that was strictly fantasy football, right? It's just a game, which is it's fine. It's just a game, It's fantasy football. It's football. It's fantasy. It's not real, especially when there's no money involved. Then it's really just for funs, for bragging rights, shits and giggles with friends, or what you thought were friends. So I made an announcement, and in my video, I made sure to clearly specify my intentions of the video, who the video was about, what it was about, and what it wasn't about. Now, what it was about was everything I just stated: fantasy football, games, nothing personal. I even put in the caption, hey, anything you see here has nothing to do with them on a personal level. Anybody mentioned in this video, this is strictly about fantasy football, nothing about their character, nothing about them personally, and not trying to sway or change anyone's opinions about them, because this is strictly fantasy football. And I even reiterated it in the video. Hey, it's all love, no beef. You still want to collab? You still want to work on stuff outside of fantasy football? Cool. But as far as fantasy football goes, that's a wrap, right? Because cheaters cheated, and that's how you deal with cheaters, right? Exactly. So if you wanted to go out of your way and dispute the fact whether you cheated or not, that's fine. I have no issue with that. Hey, I didn't cheat. Here's why. Blah blah blah. Even though I got the evidence. Um, and here comes some of it. Look at the text messages. So I see you all seeing the text messages. I have no reason to lie here. It is still a game, and it is all bullshit essentially. But bullshit nonetheless, it had to be handled, right? Because like at the end of the day, nobody wants to play a game where nobody's playing fair, right? You want to at least have a fair game. Like if you're playing a game of Monopoly, you're not really betting with real money, right? But nobody wants to play with that guy who's gonna keep fucking sneaking money from the bank and then trying to act like it's you who's cheating, or you're crazy or this and that. And then takes it beyond the game and gets starts to try to get personal, like they got some sort of upper hand on you. So that's why I remained silent. I try to handle it as professional as possible. It was supposed to go into the group chat on WhatsApp, right? We had a separate group chat that was set up, and I was blocked from that. I was removed from that, and I got evidence of that too. So now, the proof is in the pudding, bro. So yeah, so I was blocked from that. I was removed from Discord, his Discord, and of course I'm referring to DK Morningstar. I'm not a bitch who's gonna play subtle games, and say I'm gonna make one video and talk about it once, and that's it, while shaking and shivering, because that's the bitch in you trying to come out when you're trying to act like the man that you claim you are. But we're gonna get to that in a moment. So yeah, DK Morningstar, that bitch. He made a video talking about it's the only time he's gonna talk about it. And then, he starts putting out memes talking about I'm evil, I hate women. He also said that in the video too. I hate women. Um, then did a podcast where he said we're not gonna talk about it. This title is just to get people to view it. And of course he still couldn't help but mention it, as well as mentioning others that he dragged in the middle. See, I'm not like that. I handle my shit. It's between me and you, because that's who cheated. You cheated along with your wife and your friend. And the only reason why I said your friend's name is because her name was in the team name for the first season. So I'm sorry I said her fucking name, but I really don't give a fuck. Because why should I? You clearly didn't give a fuck when you said my full name. So yeah, I said Team Cynthia because that was the bitch's fucking team's name. Yeah, and why am I saying that? Because when people want to act like bitches, then you gotta treat them like bitches. And that's exactly what you three are, along with the other two bitches that came out the woodworks. And they know who they are: Jersey Pothole and Judgment Day. Yeah, see, I don't need to say their full name. I'm not like you. I'm not about doxing people and then acting like I'm so tough because I want to say somebody's real full name, even though I didn't clearly watch the video where I didn't say anyone's full name. I never said your name, and I'm not gonna say it because I don't give a fuck. Your regular name is almost as dumb as your fucking made up name, Dragon Come, and that's supposed to be manly. Naming yourself out of after come. Go figure. Go figure. It explains a lot about the company you keep. That little bitch crew. Um, yeah. So I didn't say the missus name. I literally said the missus. I literally said DK. I didn't say Dragon Come. And I didn't say her full name. I said the name that was attached to her team for a fucking full season. And honestly, there's plenty of women out there with that first name. I'm not gonna say it more than once. It was just to emphasize a point. That's what this video is about. To emphasize the point of you fabricating the truth, you trying to manufacture this whole fucking story to suit your bullshit that you did and think that you're vindicated and then try to paint me and fucking defamate my character at the same time. Like I was just gonna sit back and let you get away with it. I'm not one of your fucking family members, dogs. You don't get away with shit like that. You don't get to clap and then block me and everything and then be like I'm done and then keep with the bullshit on your shitty podcast. Okay? This is the video. This is the clapback that should have happened to my former co-host, but now you're gonna get it since you want to act like a bigger bitch than he did. And that's why I wore this shirt actually, because I know how much you love the Joker. You know, both of you, but mainly you, because that's in the past. The other person. This video is about you and the people who decided to come at me on your behalf, unprovoked, you say, unrequested, but still came out of their face on your behalf. See, that's the difference between you and me. The people I align myself with, the people who are in my community, and may even be mutual friends. Not staying mutual. It's called staying neutral, by the way. Learn how to speak English. You would think somebody who wrote a book, I mean, a shitty book, but you would think somebody who wrote a book would know better and understand the English language a little bit better than to say we're staying mutual instead of saying we're staying neutral. But yeah, people in my community, nobody came at you unprovoked. Nobody decided to stand up for me. If anything, I reassured everyone. I reassured everyone when I did my video, when I did my post, and even if asked about the situation. I said, hey, what happens between me and him is strictly that. Me and him. You know, obviously me, you, and the missus, because you guys are a package deal, but you get the gist. It wasn't about this person in your Discord or that person in your Discord or any of the people in the league, other than the person who helped you cheat. But then, even then, didn't attack her. I just said this is why she's being banned, and she was banned. And now I have to clap back and put some people on blast since they wanted to take it upon themselves, like you, to get feisty because you think you're tough. You think you're such a man. You doughboy, you. You surround yourself with fucking people who can barely breathe, including the missus. But I'm supposed to be scared of you men. You strong, strong men. Oh my god, I'm so shaking. Like you were shaking throughout that whole video, right? You see how calm I am? You see how chill I am? You see how I'm not like teary eyed or shaking? It's because when you tell the truth, your body doesn't fucking react to it, right? Because you know you're vindicated. When you're telling a lie, you know you're bullshitting. It's like you're trying to maintain a person that's not real. That's you. You're not real. You're a real fake. And you're a real bitch, too. And I'm not here to threaten anybody or act like I'm gonna beat somebody's ass. That's not me. I'm not you guys who go, "Oh, he's lucky it wasn't my kids." He said something about. And fuck your kids, and fuck you too. If I had something to say about them, I would have said it, but I didn't. But if I did, I would own up to it. Just like when it came to your boy Jersey Pothole, who wanted to come into my DMs talking shit. I'm thinking we're gonna be cool. Thinking we'll be cordial. You know, yeah. I'm aware who's your boys and who's not, and where everybody lies. But I wasn't trying to start beef with nobody who wasn't involved. So when he slid in my DMs, I was trying to be cool, chill. I have the screenshots. Actually, we'll get to that in just a minute. Right? So I try to be cordial, try to be cool, and then I'm rereading it back, and I'm like, huh, this guy's really trying to play me. This nigga really think he's tough. Calling me sad. You know, I'm thinking, hey man, yeah, sorry it didn't go out the way it went. And then he's like, oh, you're sad, you abused your power, you're paranoid. And I'm just like, huh, that's grand. Somebody who's always promoting that he's high 24/7 and sells weed. I don't know if that's legal or not, but you might want to get that legitimized before you start promoting yourself like that and putting yourself under the spotlight. Also, I don't give a fuck. So, but you decided to fucking come out of your face and call me paranoid. So what I said was like, I sent you the pictures. I sent you the screenshots that I showed a little while ago that everybody else is seeing now of DK admitting that he cheated, that he did this without letting me know. And for all those saying, hey, but he ran it by her and, she said it was okay. She's nobody. She's a player like everybody else. There's one owner of the league. That's me. One main commissioner. That's me. He was a co-commissioner, which is fine until he abused his powers. And when I caught him doing that, instead of owning up to it and going, my bad, I should have ran it by you, like a co-commissioner would, he decided to push back and go, hey, what's the point? It doesn't matter, basically. And go, I could change it back. No, change it back to what? Because there's no proof to say whether you set her lineup or not. But if you didn't set her lineup, then it would have stood the same, the scores. And it would have been her having no team set. And if you won that way, I have no issues with that. It'd just be like, hey, she's not here next year. That's it. There's nothing I could do about that. I can't force somebody to set the lineup. But you apparently set the lineup and then changed the lineup when you realized you were going to lose. That's the crux of the issue. Don't play semantics here because other people are watching who may be mutual friends of us, not staying mutual, staying neutral. Remember that. Write that down for your next book that nobody's going to read. But yeah, the mutual friends that see that, they're seeing this and they're saying, hey, why is Nero overreacting over something so small? It wasn't something small. He was supposed to be a partner and he tried to act like a boss. You're not the boss. You were never the boss. You're never going to be the boss. If you were a boss, you have your own league, but you don't. Because you need my name to fucking make your name. That's why you keep mentioning in your podcast, right? Because the only time you get views is when people think you're going to talk shit about me. Because you clearly got nothing else to talk about. Look at your episodes. They're all bitching about something else. They should call it Morning with the Misses. Not misses like I'm married, but like the two misses. Because it's two bitches whining every fucking episode. Just a new fucking culprit. Who is it this week? The last 2 weeks has been Nero. But who's it been before that? It's been your cousin. It's been your aunts. It's been your own mom. But I hate women. I hate. Oh, and it's been her mom too. Yeah, 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 yeah. Not to mention all the shit you said off of the pod about other females that may be sitting in your group right now and thinking, "Hey, I'm all good. Hey, I'm all good. DK likes me. I'm in his family." Why you gotta emphasize family so much? is because Morning with the Morning Stars is catchy and you got to try to fucking bite off of We Family Son so much. Like the fact that you have a disclaimer, precisely the way that I fucking set it up way before you. Are you gonna act like I wasn't the guy who helped you fucking start up your pod and helped you fucking work through it? When you were getting started, and then you learned and you kept going just the same way you did for me on Twitch, right? And I shouted you out every time, even when you were fucking being flaky at the end. And I don't mean the end with this shit. I mean this has been months coming, dogs. But you see, I like to keep shit personal, and I don't fucking sit there and go, "Hey, I was gonna block him either way." I like to give people the benefit of the doubt and go, "Hey, maybe he's busy. Since he has such a big family, he got all these kids. Not that I care about it, but you do, and that's all that matters. You care about it. So if that matters to you, I'm not gonna bust your balls about it. We all have lives, right? We all have lives. But I noticed the flakiness. I noticed you not showing up and shit. I didn't sit there and bitch. I didn't call you a fake friend. I didn't say you're a fucking shitty mod or none of that. No, but you got to sit on your high horse and be like, "Oh, you a fake friend. I did this for you. I did that for you. What did you do for me?" I'm glad you asked. Because I clipped something from just one episode, the 300th episode. And that's all it took, just going back to my 300th episode. I know it's a high number, something you'll probably never reach. You haven't even hit 100, but keep at it, kid. Maybe you'll find enough enemies that you can make it to 300. Or maybe you could just keep talking about me so you can keep the views up, because that's the only thing that's been working for you so far. These have been your hottest episodes this year. You're welcome. Again, me bailing you out. Again, me making you stand out more. You made it a hot line. I made it a hot song, right? That's the line. Even though I don't like Jay-Z, but since I'm doing the ether on you, I figure I quote him too, right? And get super ugly. But I'm racist, right, Jersey Pothole? Because I say nigga too much. Okay. Good job, bro. We're gonna get to your text messages. But first, let's get to me and Decant the 300th episode so you guys can hear how much of a friend I'm not. Because he's such a truth teller.
Back when both our phase two and season two were like in the middle, and we had talked about that Morning with the Morning Stars was going to end permanently,
Yes.
and me and you were going to start up a phase three of We Family Son. It would be one podcast, and we would keep our personal shit separate in our Twitch channels.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's some knowledge people didn't know.
Yeah. 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 And I remember you were like, you, not that you were pushing for it, but you were kind of like, yeah, yo, we should do this. And I was like, you should wait. I was like, you should wait and see how it plays out. Like, not that I didn't want to do it with you. I was just like, I remember you was like, nah, it'll still be We Family Son and everything, but I'll just be the co-host. I was like, yo, if you want to come on the show and do shows with me, you're more than welcome. But like, that's still your baby right there. You know what I mean? And I don't want it to, you like feeling like, damn, I gave up. I was like, you should still do that and see where it goes. It was like when you had fun fact too, when you was like, I'm gonna stop streaming forever. Yeah, it's also something you talked about. And I was like, nah, son, you can't stop streaming, like, come on. Like you got me into this shit. Now I'm hooked. Like you
It was
can't
that
stop.
house, bro. It was that house. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah, it's just bad. Nigga, I think about stopping the podcast and streaming every other day, nigga. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, it's hard by yourself,
And
especially
that's
the
why I
fact that
had that's why I had thrown out the idea of merging the two companies.
yeah, because at that time I was really like thinking about like just stopping. I'm not
This way
gonna
you
lie.
could throw ideas, jokes back and forth. And at that time we were doing the fantasy football. So it was just like
Yeah,
it was a huge difference between the first episode we did together and throughout the years because it was like, oh, well, now we're comfortable. Now we can throw these jokes. We can make
yeah,
fun of each other, not give a shit. We don't got to worry about stepping on each other's toes. It's like, you
yeah.
cut me
I
off, I cut you off, whatever. Who gives a fuck?
I used to think the same with somebody else, and then it apparently got too real. But no, all jokes aside,
Yeah. So that was you. That's your voice. That's not doctored. That's posted. That was posted months ago. 300th episode. And I gave you mad props. And I thanked you. And I only bring three people on that show. The three most consistent people who helped. The man behind the logo, right? Remember that line? I always said that. Yeah, that one right there. That one right there. It's still there. I didn't burn it. I didn't fucking say this logo sucks. No. No. Why? I'm not petty like you. I'm not a little bitch. See, this is what a man does. A man is willing to admit when somebody helped them and when somebody's done something for them and say, hey, thank you for that, but moving on. And I was going to move on, but you did your video. You did your video and you thought you were cool. You thought you were tough. And you still think you're a man. That's crazy. That's crazy. That all that bitch behavior and you still think you're a man. And then it carries on to your daughter when you bring her onto the episode and she's saying the shit she's saying. And it's like, wow, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, huh? Huh. There's your sign. There's your sign, missus. Do something. I'm so scared. I'm so scared. Maybe you can meet up with that crazy bitch at MegaCon and you both could fucking kill me. Who knows? Either way, you ain't about shit. And guess what? Neither am I. I don't carry myself like a tough guy. I don't act like I'm gonna beat anybody up. I don't act like I'm gonna hurt anybody. But when you try to diminish me and you try to fucking break down my character, knowing that other people could see this and think that I'm just gonna let that rock after the fucking work I put in, the work that you lack, which is why you hate on my progress, why you stood at 3, whatever the fuck you are, and I'm already on my way to 600 because I put in work. Yeah, I'm not gonna let that slide. I'm not. And you could say all that or give all the caveats you want. Oh, well, I have kids and I have a job. Nigga, a lot of people have jobs. A lot of people have kids. I see plenty of people with kids and a job doing better than both of us. What's your excuse? You have no excuse. That's all you have actually is excuses. You're a walking fucking excuse. So what now? What now? Is that the reason why you quit Twitch? Because you know you couldn't compete? You got no more gimmicks? You burn every bridge you have, which is why you have no traditions? Right? Yo, this Christmas is so sad. This Christmas is so sad. This is the way I gotta act because I gotta speak your language. I gotta act sort of bitch like just to get through to you. Because this is the shit you do. This is the shit you provoke. Except I got evidence. I got evidence. Like this video.
Not only are you the most frequented visitor on the show and the guest, co-hosted plenty of times, obviously with the football breakdowns, and just did a duo co-host. Like we did a triple fucking co-host when it was me, you, and Ursan breaking down the video game awards.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, which we no longer have that video of. Yeah, but you are the man behind the logo that's right behind me that pointed to the wrong direction.
I'm not there. So wait. Nope. No.
It looks like he's trying to fuse on camera. Oh man, good thing this is not being a video version. And also, you're the person who told me I should get into streaming.
Yes.
When everything happened, and I was like sitting there going, "Where am I gonna go with this show?" Literally, almost a year ago, almost a year to this date. This is when it like went down. This is when everything started like disintegrating. Literally a few days away from awkwardness, and then
Mm.
going, you know what? I'm gonna do my own thing, and then I did,
And
and
then
then you, yeah,
not awkwardly left, but like funny enough, when you first started, like when we first got into like me listening to the podcast stuff like that, I was the streamer and you were the podcaster, and then
yeah,
we ended up branching into each other's world, and now we do everything.
yeah. You asked me for some pointers on how to start the podcast, and then you took it and never looked back. And then you showed me what to do with the fucking stream, and you was like, get a PC. And then when I got the PC, that's when I started fucking. Yeah, man. So it's been a long journey, man. And like, yeah, but no, enough about that. Yo, what's up with you though? What's new with you? Since like for people who don't, but who may not listen to Morning with the Morning Stars, but should listen to Morning with the Morning Stars, what's new with you and the pod and the missus?
So not only did I fucking encourage him to keep going with the pod, do his own thing and say, hey man, you're always welcome on mine. You don't have to fucking give up your shit. I was even like, hey man, don't quit streaming, which you inevitably did. And I kind of know why, because you can't beat me, right? So that's pretty much it. Ever since I passed you, you've been acting more bitch made. Anytime I hit a milestone, it's like you're just like my former co-host. That anytime I'm doing good, you want to find a way to try to bring me down. instead of fucking going, hey, I helped in this. I was a part of this, because I would shout you out just like I would shout him out. But that ain't good enough for you too. No, 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 no. It's always got to be about you, because you know you're not about shit. Just like your empty threats. You know, that I wish it was about my kid. Mm. Oh, yeah, this is the last time we're gonna talk about it. Talks about it again. Talks about it again. 2 podcasts, 2 fucking memes, 3 memes, 4 memes, 20-minute video. So now I come with my video to show the bullshit that you are, the bullshitter that you are. And we're not done yet, because you like to lie about a lot of things, and you like to throw a lot of shit out there and hoping one of those things stick. But I'm gonna make sure I debunk all the bullshit you said, so everybody can see the little fucking liar that you are, and that family is. And that's the one that your parents raised. A little fucking liar, right? It doesn't make it makes sense though, right? Your dad is a cop, right? You can't trust cops. I mean, but remember, he was a cop, not you. So stop writing checks that you can't cash, okay? Because you don't know what it's like being in law enforcement. You never was there. You never went through anything. You've lived a cozy life where you hide behind the shadows and throw darts and then block people and then think that this is high school. First of all, we went to an all boy high school, so I don't know what fucking high school you went to that this shit went down, but this shit did not go down in high school. But you think you're in Mean Girls, which is funny that a manly man is comparing himself to a movie about teenage girls. So fitting, especially with your little best friend in his comments with the punk ass shit. I see you, Ben. I see you, you tubby bitch. Okay? You're not scaring anybody. When you could do 20 push ups in a row, then I'll be a little concerned. Until then, keep my fucking name out your mouth. And I'm glad you blocked me from your Discord. It just goes to show how much of a dick rider you both are of each other. Because that's always the vibe I got. Anytime I'm joining in for a pod or collab, if both of you were there, then I'm the fucking punching bag. And I'm cool. I could take a joke. Jokes are jokes. Jokes are fine. I got thick skin, dogs. You can't say nothing that's gonna hurt my feelings, especially when it's not true. But don't sit there and act like you both want to be little bitches with your little attitude, and how it switched up when DK was around, and then when he wasn't, it was more cordial. Like when I'm sending you a bunch of shit about DBZ because I know you like that. You know, I was never gonna bring you up, but then you like making all these comments and acting real tough, just like your boy over there, just like Jersey Powell, and this is why you guys are gonna get what you get. And I don't give a fuck what you have to say. And there's no apologies. There's no squashing this. After this video, you do whatever you want with it. Because I don't give a fuck. Now, DK, back to your lies. Okay, so you said, I hate women, which is crazy. Which is crazy. Because not only have I had more guests on my show than you, I've had more female guests on my show than you. I have more female followers than you. I'm the only one who did shit for Women's History Month every year. So where's the women hate? You follow my story. I see you guys still checking it out. Do I not post stuff about women's rights? Do I not post stuff about reproductive rights? Did I not vote for Kamala Harris or Hillary Clinton? Did I not post about that? Did I not talk about that in my podcast? These are certain things I shouldn't even have to fucking mention. The fact that I'm even bringing it up is ridiculous. But since people don't have the time to maybe go out and do the research on their own, I'll just bring it up for them. If there's any fucking woman that says that I fucking wronged them or made them feel any way, please feel free to slide in my DMs and tell me what I did. Tell me what I did. I would say comment in this video, but I know his little fucking peanut gallery they're the loud minority, you know, like MAGA people, where they're just gonna keep screaming, you know, falsehoods and bullshit theories that they made up to try to be like, hey, we're louder, so we're right. No, you're wrong. So I'm not gonna give you that audience. So you can say, put on the comments all you want. I don't give a fuck, dogs. I don't need your validation. I never needed it. Okay? Look at what I've done in 1 year of streaming and what you've done in your whole fucking life of streaming. You quit. I'm still going. I got like 150 on you, dogs. All I've done is gain followers since you unfollowed and blocked me. Or you think because you took away the block, Now you got some fucking leg to stand on and be like, oh, I didn't block him, dude. I ain't followed none of your peoples. They either blocked me or unfollowed me. I'm not in the business of that because it was never personal. But you made it personal. Just like when you bring up the inner circle, right? Inner circle, you introduced me to them. You even went out of your way to apologize for introducing me to them. I have the video. Here it is.
That's the first. That was our first one when you introduced us, and they were like, "Yeah, come on." I remember they were like, "Come on, December 15th." It was literally a week after my dad died, and and they were like, "Oh, you gonna be good?" I'm like, "Yeah, nigga, he died. Let's keep it. Let's go." And we were just going, and I was funny enough. I was wearing that T-shirt with the one exclamation point.
I think I like for the most part I saw most of that episode, but it was kind of like when they try to downplay me, I was like, well, fuck this.
Yeah, I remember you getting pissed at that. That was
I was
like the
like,
first time that you like
I'm gonna go eat my Chipotle. Fuck these motherfuckers.
my Chipotle.
Yeah, because I just came in from work.
Were you working in Chipotle?
No,
Oh,
no, I was working for an airline company at the time when I had moved to Florida, and then
oh,
the missus had ordered us food for when I got home. So when I got home, that was playing. I had my food, and I was like, yo, fuck these motherfuckers.
yeah. That's one thing I couldn't respect with them. Like I know we're talking mad shit, and people probably don't know who we're talking about. They're not important. Don't worry about it. But the point is like that's one thing I make sure I always do, no matter what. Is I make sure I shout niggas out. I don't give a fuck. Like I had somebody bring it up to me. Actually, it was my boy Tortilla. He didn't say it in a bad way. He's like, "Yo, you don't have to shout out everybody who's in your chat." I'm like, "I know I don't, but I want to because like I want niggas to come back. I want niggas to feel welcomed. You know what I mean? Like this game is gonna be here. I'm probably gonna die, so I'm gonna have to restart anyways. So who the fuck cares? You know what I mean? Like I don't care. Like if they weren't online, or like if I wasn't streaming, then I would care. Then I'd be like, all right, I'm not texting back. Like fuck this shit. I'm doing my shit. But like the whole purpose of streaming is to get people to watch you, tune in, view, whatever. All the other shit, that's extra shit. I don't need that. I'm not like, yo, give me bits, give me a subscription. I don't need that. But I can't get where I want to and niggas want to tune in if I'm like not showing love or acknowledging them. Like I'm not big like that. Even if I was big, I still wouldn't want to do
Because
that.
of you.
Yeah, partially because of her. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure I would have found another video, but I would have had to watch like 10 other assholes who wanted to sell me shit. And I could have. I wish I knew it so I could plug her, but
And that
plug her
Wednesday,
page.
I
Plug
got
her
it.
page.
And that Wednesday episode, that Wednesday show wasn't gonna give you any information.
Oh no, we was already up and running way before them niggas, yo. They ever try to fucking play us like that, like play me like that, like nigga, we were at 100 before you. We were on your 100th episode, and we made that episode.
And I was on none of those episodes. Fuck them,
That was fucked up.
right? Not
That
even the
was.
episode, not even the Friendsgiving where you two were on that shit. And if it wasn't for me, and
We wouldn't know each other.
I apologize for introducing you to those pieces of shit, but
Nah, it was worth it, dude. It served its purpose at the moment. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like you didn't know. You know what I mean? Like it still got the show some exposure. I still follow some people through their shit, and they still follow back, like Wolf Vibrations.
mm.
We haven't done anything, but there ain't no beef there. There ain't no beef with nobody. The beef was with dumb niggas because they kept doing like little shady shit. And it also shined a light on other niggas who ended up being shady. Like, certain person that used to be on the show all the time. And I'm not talking about the co-host, actually,
Yes,
ironically. But
ironic.
But yeah. The inner circle thing. The inner circle thing. How you said, oh, you got me on the inner circle thing. But in that video that I showed, it shows that you were already not watching their show because you didn't like the way they were treating you. And that was almost a full year and a half before me and them got into the beef we got into. And this is not to bash on them. I'm done with that. Even in that video, I said, you know what? I'm still thankful I met them because they served their purpose. It served their purpose for the time. Just like when I did collabs with other people who are no longer on the show, right? Including my former co-host. It served its purpose, and now it's gone. And I never fucking went on a fucking talking spree after any of them. The only ones I went after was them because they came after us. But You already had beef with them. You were already not showing up in their streams, and you were already talking shit about how they never invited you to the show. And you brought people to view them and brought people on their show, and they don't reciprocate. And I was like, yo, that's fucked up, yo. I was mad. I didn't even say it in the video. And I've said that to you the whole time. And even then, I never made you choose. Even when we got into that beef, I never made you choose, because that's not what I do. That's what you do. That's what you do. Which is why you no longer associate with certain people. You know, because you don't like people staying mutual. It's neutral, by the way, but mutual. But when other people stay mutual, when other people stay neutral, and, you know, they may have given you a call or whatever, that's fine. Which it is fine. That's what adults do. It's not supposed to be, hey, you know, whoever gives you a call, whoever talks to you, I have no issues with anybody. I only have issues with the people coming out there facing me. If everybody who I follow or follows me and still wants to fuck with you or watch your shit, that's perfectly fine. This is not what this video is about. But you sitting here going, hey, I appreciate that person doing this. And then, but when other people do it, you go, but you were supposed to be this to me. And, you know, what happened to family? I thought we were twins. That's a real bitch move, dogs. That just goes to show how much his word means. It only means anything when it suits his narrative. So he'll turn around and tell one person, yeah, we're good. We're all good, and this and that. And then turn around and tell the other person, no. He'll say all this stupid shit that gets him banned from other streams that I'm not banned from. And, but then, you know, he'll fucking go and tell people like, hey, I had a cover for Nero and saying this because he makes people uncomfortable with his jokes. Really? I don't know. My chat seems to have the same people there. Not everybody's still following me. I'm not the one associated with the guy who's blocked on everybody's fucking page. The one who attacked your so-called twin, and you stood idly by. And granted, I didn't say nothing either, because I thought we were the same, where we were gonna be like, hey, and they ain't say nothing about me, I'm not gonna get involved. That's fine. Be mutual. But you know what I didn't do? I didn't let the guy come into my streams. I didn't let him come into my Discord or play games with me while I'm actually live streaming. And then let him double down and say dumber shit. I also didn't fucking put that guy as my suggested fucking Twitch streamer. So, hey, you should watch and follow this guy. The guy who's been banned from everybody else for saying sexist, racist shit because he's a dumb fucking Trumper who can't do math. That's who you associate with. And before you try to go, hey, and try to go, he follows. No, actually, last night, before I even did this video, because today's Christmas, and I was like, you know what? I need to put my money where my mouth is, right? I mean, I already know that I'm pro-woman. I'm pro-woman rights, right? But, you know, I have no I have no reason to point out that you associate with that guy. I still, in some form of way, associate with that guy. So guess what I did? I blocked him. I banned him from the chat and all of that. I lost a follower, but it's fine. I still got 150 more than you. I'll be all right. One guy's not going to hurt me. Hey, even if Ben unfollows me, or, you know, the other little peanut gallery friends that, you know, want to fucking dick ride you all day and act like you're so cool, you could all unfollow me, and I'll still have over 100 more followers than you. How does that make you feel? Something that you thought that you were really good at. I'm winging this shit. I'm not even trying. And I'm still doing better than you. In way less time. You had a 3-year head start on me, bro. I don't want to hear shit about kids. Some of your kids weren't even fucking born when you started streaming. What? That's crazy. How are you that bad? It's because you're bad at a lot of things. Especially at talking shit. Because when you keep coming with the same bullshit that's been trying to be launched at me and my former co-host for years now, the woman hater shit, the womanizer, really? The misogyny? Really, dude? Really? Anybody can put on any one of the fucking episodes they want. And not once they're gonna sit there and go, he actually hates women. Really? Really? The amount of women I've had on the show, the amount of women I've interacted off the show, like I've done collabs with women, more women than you, and the misses don't count. She's a captive audience. I don't want to hear that bullshit. I'm not gonna say names, right? Because I'm not gonna drag anybody into this. But anybody could go to my fucking VODs or go to some of my clips and they could see the people I've collabed with. Or you could look at my friends list and see the people I've collabed with. Ain't nobody gonna fucking vouch against me. The reason why everybody's probably looking at this video and going, damn, Nero's going mad hard is because you brought that out. You made me get out of fucking character and bring out a version of me I don't like to normally tap into. Because I try to be chill. This is supposed to be fun. This is supposed to be networking, it's supposed to be gaming, it's supposed to be community. And that's all I've ever done from the beginning. But that didn't jive well with you, it seemed like, because you weren't the center of attention. Why would you be? You're never fucking on. You're never there. And when you show up, you think people just need to fucking drop everything and be there. So the only way you could be a friend to me or watch my shit or interact with my shit is if I'm in every one of your shit. Yeah, who's the selfish friend there? Sounds like you. Also sounds like a bitch, not a man. Because a man would understand that people have lives and other men have lives too. But it's not about being a man. As I stated before, it's about being an adult and handling things like an adult. And you didn't. You handled it like a child, which is why I'm getting childish with you. Because you think you're funny and you think you're fucking so cool. So now I have to fucking roast you. But I recall me doing a collab with not just one, but two different women. And what you do, you made fun of them. You made fun of them in the chat. You made fun of them on your podcast. You even put redeem buttons named after them, after their initials, thinking you're so subtle and so funny. Making fun of them having a mental disability, whether that's true or not, which is really grand because doesn't one of your kids have a mental disability? Sounds like karma. And I'm not talking shit. I'm saying you would think that somebody who has to deal with that firsthand with their child, you wouldn't want somebody talking about that about your kid, right? No matter what they were doing, whether they were streaming, whether they were walking in the park, anything. You don't like that. And just me bringing it up is probably making you fume right now. How do you think those two girls feel? Those two women feel? What, did you even take into account anybody else who might have been listening or might have been in my chat that knows them and me and seeing you talk shit along with your friends, your so-called family, the ones that do everything that you say? And that's your problem. You like everybody who follows you. And I didn't follow you because I'm a fucking individual. That's a real man thing. That's a real adult thing, is to be your own person. I can be cool with you. Doesn't mean I have to do everything you say or do everything you do or sign off on everything that you fucking feel. But that's how you feel. And that's why you're a bitch. And that's who mommy and daddy raised? Or daddy, right? Because mommy was in the picture after a while. So you can't even really blame her. So it sounds like a bitch made a bitch. Somebody's lying, huh? Well, police do lie a lot, so ACAB, right? Anyways, look it. I'm not shaking still. Wow. I wonder why. I wonder why. Oh, and since we're just going all out on the evidence, how about we debunk the fucking lie where you say I'm talking about people's kids? Because even though I've referenced your kids in this video, I didn't say any of their names. I didn't attack any of them directly. I'm just saying this is a learned behavior that they're learning from you because you're the bitch. So however they act is because they're mimicking you, not because they chose to be that way. Now they have a choice to maybe not be that way. That's called being an adult. It's not about being a man. It's about being an adult. And we could have handled this like adults. But when you block me and everything, and then I try to get my message out the only way I could, which is I only posted it onto the YouTube page for We Family Son and my Instagram page for We Family Son. I didn't post it in Nero Von Doom. Now I attached it to Nero Von Doom since you wanted to get personal and post it to your only page, right? Because you only have one page. Because you only have one thing. And you don't even do that good. Right? So now I had to do that. And now this video is going everywhere. Everywhere. And I'm sending it to you too, so don't worry. I don't want to hear no excuses that you didn't see it or you didn't get it and disapprove whether you actually blocked me or not, because it should be in your fucking text messages, and it should be in your inbox on Instagram and on Facebook. I'm still blocked on WhatsApp, so there's nothing I could do there. But I did all I could. I did all I could, guys. He brought this upon himself, just like his boy brought this upon himself. Look at these text messages. See? Now, did I call his daughter a name? Did I even say his daughter's name? Did I make fun of his wife or his girl? I don't know that situation. Guess what? I don't know that situation, which is why I don't really speak on it, right? If you don't know the situation, you really shouldn't speak on shit. And if you do know the situation, knowing the reason why I live here with my mom, because my dad died, and you want to say I'm a mama's boy and I fuck my mom and I'm mama must be proud and I'm and trying to question my manhood again. That's crazy. That is crazy. So that's why I said, wow, this guy's a bitch. I guess his daughter's being raised by two women. And then I said afterwards, oh no, not two women, one woman, and because you're a straight up bitch. That's a direct quote. It's right there in the evidence. But they want to turn around and go, Nero's making fun of people's kids. When you gotta pick up a fucking person's kids, that's not what a man does. But you know what a man doesn't do either? He doesn't lie like a little bitch. But apparently, neither of you are men. And your wife is just on par, right? Like, remember, morning with the bitches. I want to make sure I don't miss anything because this is truly the last time I talk about this. Once this video is out, everybody sees it. I got nothing to say about it, about you. I don't care how many podcasts you drop. I don't care how many fucking videos you make. I'm not watching none of it, dogs, because I've already shown that you're a little fucking liar. And that's good enough for me. And if anybody wants to keep believing your bullshit, that's up to them. But me, I'm done hearing your bullshit. I'm done hearing your fucking bland monotone voice. I'm high tired of hearing her whiny little bitchy voice, then cries with her crocodile tears like we're supposed to fucking care. I don't give a fuck about that. I did at one point because I thought we were friends. But now I see we're not. So now I gotta handle you like the bitches that you are. But you uncollaborated on everything. You said, "Hey, I see whose league it was," and you uncollaborated. And then you said it uncollaborated on a bunch of things, and you didn't mean to. You didn't go out of your way and uncollab on a bunch of things, right? Right. I saw all the uncollab shit. Except that not just a few days later, I did my fucking Twitch affiliate, that I purposely put on December 7th, in honor of my dad's passing, which you're well aware of. So is Jersey Pothole. But I'm a bitch who fucks his mom, right? I'm not a man. Okay. So you were well aware of it. You were lurking in my fucking chat. Didn't say, hey man, sorry about the dad. None of that. You knew about that. You didn't say none of that. You didn't say congrats on the affiliate. And this is before I even put out that video. This is before. This is before I put out that video. December 7th. This is before that last week of the regular season in football. So I don't want to hear that bullshit about, oh, I was already planning to unfollow him. Or, yeah, I only did this because of what he did. No, no, no. You were already lurking and not fucking doing anything because you were mad that I took away the commissionership because you abused your power. And you lurked. You couldn't say anything about my dad, which is fine. I don't care. You know what I mean? We're not babies here. You don't want to say anything, that's fine. But you like to point out to people how they don't check in on you during this day or that day, or they don't say hey, or they don't fucking say, oh yeah, I'm staying neutral, but mutual to you. Yeah. So you didn't do all that. And then after my stream is over, I rated out. Not gonna say to who, because I don't want to bring anybody's name in here, because I don't want anything to be misconstrued. This is between me and you and the missus. and the few people that from your side who thought they were tough. Judgment Day, his girl. I'm not gonna say her name again. Don't fucking care either. And Jersey Pothole. Now, yeah, and Ben. Yeah, Ben thought he was tough too. Now the other guy hanging with Aaron, that team, which is very offensive, but okay, that's fine. I'm not gonna say his name. Notice how I didn't talk shit about him. Notice how I didn't write him shit. Because you know what? He decided, hey, I'm done with this league. You're my boy. Like saying you're his boy, DK. And fucking going, okay, cool, I'm out. And he left. That's fine and dandy, dude. You want to do that? That's fine. I wasn't keeping nobody there hostage. Same thing with Judgment Day. But when Judgment Day started commenting in the comments, talking about salty commish, that's when I'm like, okay, well, if I'm salty, you can get the fuck out. Same thing with Jersey Pothole. He could have just left, but he decided to come into my DMs. And then he tried to go into the chat on the league and talk shit again, which is the screenshots I showed. But then there was two other people there that I met through you. One is a fellow Twitch streamer, so I'm not going to say his name just to be respectful because I have no beef with him at all. And he's still in there. He actually just lost this week, but that's fine. There was no cheating there. He lost fair and square. But either way, there's no beef with him. And the other one is another guy of yours. I don't know him, but he didn't say nothing to me. He didn't say nothing to me. He didn't fucking come at me. As far as I'm concerned, I don't see any comments about him, so I haven't fucked with him either. Because that was my whole thing. It had nothing to do with any of them. It had to do with you cheating, and the three people involved in the cheating and the colluding. After I caught you and I took away your commissionership, you went out of your way to have her set her lineup the next week conveniently when she's facing me. And when you see that I'm winning, you had the missus purposely bench players that she went into the final game of the week with a person on the bench that was clearly playing. And she benched her best player, two of her best players. So that's when I saw, oh, you're colluding. And guess what collusion is, buddy? That's cheating. And when you're going around saying like, "Hey, I ran it by everybody, and they all said it was fine," so I don't know what the big deal is. You know what the big deal is? You didn't run it by me. I'm the main guy. I'm the main guy. You acknowledged it. You said it in your own fucking video. Oh, I see it's your league, and you're the main guy. Yeah, nigga, I'm the main guy. And even if we were, partners like we were supposed to be, you still should have ran it by me. Like, hey, man, I ran it by everybody else. What do you think? Are you okay with it? And I would have been like upfront. Nah, that's a slippery slope, which I wrote in the text. I said that's a slippery slope. So let's just keep it regular. I don't care what she says. If she doesn't set her lineup, then that just shows that she's not going to be here next year, which I also send in text messages. But you didn't do that. You ran around and try to circumvent me and try to make a little fucking council of your own fucking dick riders. And, whether that was true or not, it doesn't matter. Because guess what? I don't give a fuck about their opinions. Because it's collusion. And you bringing up that stupid trade, that veto on your trade with the missus had nothing to do with because you didn't accept mine. Because guess what? I made the same trade offer to fucking one of the other teammates, I almost said his name, and Ursan. I'll say Ursan because Ursan got no beef here. I made the same trade to two other players. And guess what? They both said no. Did I attack them? No. My issue with you was you trying to make a trade with somebody who was clearly eliminated from the playoffs. So there's no incentive for her giving away her best players. There is every incentive of you gaining her best players. So don't try to bullshit a bullshitter, dogs. You're not good at lying. You're not good at anything. You're not even good at fantasy. We both missed the playoffs. So I don't I don't know why you stand here like you're some fucking fantasy guru. You over here talking shit about like people cheating before or like having people pick their teams. Those are people you invited, your actual own family, and you're talking shit about that as if I had something to do with that. And I got no beef with them. You do. Which is why they don't even fuck with you. Your own family don't even want to fuck with you. How many more bridges are you gonna burn until you're by yourself with your little family, huh? And then you're gonna sit there and go, "Woe is me. Look at how sad my Christmas is." Yeah, nigga, cause you sad. You're two sad individuals, and all you're doing is making a sadder existence for the little ones because they have to fucking deal with the bullshit that you signed them up for. That's pretty sad. That's not a manly thing to do. That's not even an adult thing to do. Yeah. But what do I know, right? I'm just a single guy with no kids and no responsibilities, and I don't do shit. I fuck my mom, right? Yeah. Yeah, I did the podcast. You try to do the podcast. You can't keep up. You can't do as many episodes. You can't get as many guests. You can't be as original. You even had to copy the fucking Deadpool idea that I already had devised with you in the 300th episode. You had to go out of your way and do that episode before me just so you can be like, I'm first. And it still was shittier. And even then, you still try to rile everybody up to like try to clown on me. Did I attack you? Did I act differently? No. When I bring you on my podcast, it's just me and you. Then you were all buddy buddy and being nice and mad timid because you only act confident and tough when you know you got the whole crowd behind you. But when you're by yourself or you're in uncharted waters or the numbers are stacked against you, you turn into the bitch that you are. You're all smiley and timid. That's why we fucking. I'm glad my former co-host deleted some of those fucking videos on YouTube. Because there was so many episodes where we're dragging your bitch ass on the fucking episode, trying to fucking throw you a bone, and you fucking did mad fucking stupid. like, like you've never fucking talked before. You got nothing to offer except drama and bullshit. And here we go. A full plate of drama and bullshit. Here's my Christmas gift to your bitch ass. But the video must end. I know this is a long one, guys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for the long video, but I just wanted to make sure that I addressed everything. Especially how he uncollaborated afterwards. After my dad's the anniversary stream, for my dad and all of that. Yeah, I didn't forget that. You uncollaborated there too, so that's cool. But you didn't do that, right? Yeah, that was because you uncollaborated a week ago and it all just went away, right? Magic. That's cool. But you wanted to be a streamer. You're not good at it. I'm better than it than you. You got butthurt and salty. You want to be a podcaster, but you're not good at it, and I'm better than you, and now you're butthurt and salty. And apparently, you want to be single because like you really care about like trying to like dog me out in front of women and trying to make it seem like I'm such a fucking toxic person when literally that's the person who you associate with. Both of them. I'm pretty sure you fucking reached out to that other one too. But yeah, that's you, right? That's you. You're such a stand-up guy. So stand up. Did you tell the missus about the nude pictures you still have of some girl that you was talking about on the podcast? Cause I have that screenshot too. Here we go. And you could run and go and send them this video too. I don't give a fuck about him either. I don't lose any sleep over y'all. But apparently you two do. And it shows because you can't keep my name out your mouth. You can't keep insinuating shit about me. That's why the last two episodes have been jabs at me still. I stood quiet. I said what I had to say. I kept it everything like I said. Fantasy football. What you do, you cross the line and you try to get personal. Personal about shit that's not real. But still try to get personal. Because you're a man, right? That's what men do. Men act like little bitches, huh? And this is not to demean women. No, this is also calling you just a bitch because you're a bitch. Okay? So when you're sitting there trying to act like, oh, I got him, he demeans women, he makes people feel uncomfortable. Where's the proof, bro? You got so much shit that you've been wanting to hold back on. Let it out. Where is it? You have none. That's why you keep regurgitating the same bullshit over and over again. And I hope everybody's enjoyed this video, right? And understand why I had to go through this ordeal and go through these great lengths of basically exposing this bitch. And when I say bitch, I mean it in every sense of he's a little bitch. I'm not trying to feminize him or make him seem lesser because it's attached to a woman. No. A woman's a woman. And I've stated this plenty of times on the podcast, but I'll say it now. Yes, I did grow up in New York. I did grow up in the 90s. So I'm sorry if I have a bad habit of always referring to men and women as niggas and bitches. It doesn't matter what their race is, it doesn't matter what their gender is. All right? Well, it kind of does matter what their gender is, but it doesn't matter what their race is. I'll be like, this white nigga right here, Or this bitch right here. I'm calling Zula bitch sometimes. Do I think she's an actual bitch? Sometimes. But the point is, there's never any malice behind it, right? So I never look at it that way. I'm just like, that's my version of saying dude or bro or chick, you know? But I feel like I have to explain this because I have a bitch nigga like this, and I mean that every sense that bitch word. Um, I have him coming out of his face, acting like he's got me, he's gonna expose me, when all I've done throughout my podcast career, throughout my streaming career, throughout life, dude, I don't put my hands on women. I don't demean women, not even in a joking way. I hope the missus know you're joking because sometimes it doesn't come off like that. But hey, bitches are gonna stick together, right? That's not, you know what I mean? I never assaulted women in any form, whether essay or physical. I don't even raise my voice at women, which is why I haven't yelled at you this whole time. I just kept it real calm. No shaking, no teary eyes. Right? Okay, bitch? So, what's your excuse now? Hmm? What's your excuse? You're the one who's demeaning women. You're the one who has a problem when when this streamer has a friend and you don't like her, so you try to turn them against them. Or that streamer has a friend and you don't like her, you try to turn them against them. You know, who's the real bitch? Who's the real liar? Or is it because you wish you were me? You wish you was still living that single life where like you could kind of flirt or be eye candy or whatever the fuck you think it may be. I don't know, dogs. I'm not here for that. I don't strip on my streams. I don't act any sort of way. I don't indulge. When I get compliments on my hair or on my looks, I say thanks. I keep it moving. I don't fucking dive into it head first and be thirst bucket
Girls, oh
machismo dude.
nah. So that's why I put that shit clear as day in my shit. 18 plus, 18 plus, and even then, I don't say no slick shit. I'm not there for that. I'm not there for the flirting. I don't care if I know you of age. I've had some comments creep in the chat. Some
I've
some
seen them.
some shit. Yeah, sometimes I'm just like, nah, I'm good, son. I'm not getting gassed up, and I'm not here for that. Because then that turns into something else.
That turns into your confessions that you get.
Yeah, say it in the confessions. And if you really about it, I put up my fucking socials every fucking time. Or I shout myself out at least every fucking stream. If you really was about it, then you can slide in a nigga DM. So when you're doing this stupid well, not yeah, it is stupid. I'm just doing it for fun. So when you do the confession shit and you're trying to go mad extra, and I know you're bullshitting, because if you really want to do that, then you would just say it.
Hmm.
Because if you think I'm a guy like every other guy, then what guy says no to that, right? I don't got no girl. Why would I say no to that?
You're
By
right.
that logic, not I'm not guaranteeing I'm gonna say yeah. I'm just saying like then you could have just said no. You're just trying to make a show. That's how I know
Yeah.
you're just trying to make a show.
You
And
want
on
to
the
you want to see if you make it to the. First off, you're anonymous. So anonymous.
I'm anonymous, nigga.
Yeah. Like we.
I'm anonymous, son.
Like you can't. Like you don't know who it is. So what pleasure do you get in
Yeah,
you reposting that when it says like the person who wrote this, you don't know who it is? Like what pleasure
especially
do they get?
yeah, especially when you know I'm not taking it serious. One and two, I'm having a friend of mine who's a woman answer back. So it's like what you're not getting your results. You may think it is, and you're gonna put that and be like, oh my god, look at that, they put it on the story. It's like, okay, and nobody knows who you are. And anybody who's been following the fucking stories in my podcast know and this was gonna be done live on the stream by this time. So like and on the stream they're gonna know, oh, that's why he put that. And
Mm,
that's why I did that montage video with the first ones, because I already felt like people thought like, oh, he when she told me pull up on that first one, I could already feel like the story was like getting a certain vibe, because normally the people who were like normally like a story were viewing but not liking it. And I was like, oh, they think I'm serious. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna do a clip so people would see like you're dumb because you should know I
Dude.
don't talk like that.
But apparently I do to you. Is it just are you just mad because I won't do that with you. I don't know. That's some, unresolved feelings and emotions that you have to deal with, which is why maybe you should stop thinking of your podcast as therapy or therapeutic and actually go to fucking therapy. Both of you. Because you both sound like whiny bitches who have head cases. You're fucking head cases, dude. Seriously. You just whine and you know what happens when you complain and you point fingers at everybody else? Everybody else looks around and go, wait, maybe it's not everybody else. Maybe it's just them. Because it is. And let's get the record straight. The first season, I had 3 people other than myself in there, right? You want to count the Azula Cat team? That's 4 people. So I was former co-host, you know who, and Urson, and myself. That's 4. That's 4 people. And you add the Zulu Cat team because none of us had a spot for that, so that's 5, right? And I came with the individual, the universal beat up team. Okay. Second season, things happened. I no longer was in contact with one of the other teams owners, and then me and the former co-host went our separate ways. So yeah, by default, there was more spots open. You say you had a few more people, and that you would help out with the league because I was already going through shit with what I was going through with the former co-host. Which is great. It's really funny how you like to sit there and be like, "I'm more of a friend than you." It's like, you know what a friend doesn't do? Throw being the friend in your face. If you're a real friend, you don't ask for praise because of what you did. You just do it because that's what a friend does, right? There's plenty of shit I've done for you that I don't need to fucking bring up. When I'm in your shitty fucking subathon that you had set up really weird instead of just sending it up through Twitch to have it go directly to St. Jude, but you had it going to your fucking Venmo. Yeah, okay, bro. We're not even gonna go there. But anytime you need somebody for a fucking Fortnite tournament, um, collab on a pod, last second guess, or you wanted somebody to join in on your stream, never question, because that's how I am. Anybody asks me, and you ask anybody, you need me, I'm there. You name the time and place. Am I gonna be late to my own shit? Absolutely, that's my shit. I usually try not to be late to anybody else's, but if I am, shit happens. But you bring in the other people to try to offset that, right? And I was like, cool, thanks, appreciate it. Didn't complain. So for you to sit here and be like, I bring in all these people because you got nobody. We just bring back the same people from last time. We added one other person who's a Twitch streamer, which we both have mutual contacts with. Yeah, you met them first, but I mean, you know, there's plenty of people I met first that I put you onto, and they still show you love, right? So I don't see what the difference is, right? So for you to sit there and be like, you put more into the league, nobody's asked you to make those videos. You did that on your own. Was I appreciative? Of course. Did I post on the page? Of course. So don't sit here and be like you put in mad work when nobody asked you to put in that work. You wanted the league to be yours so bad, and it was never yours. So you could talk about your little family and all that bullshit. It means nothing. And all that does is prove is that those 7 people that agreed with you, other than yourself, I mean, 7 people agreed, including yourself. That's leaving out me. That's leaving out that Twitch streamer, and that's also leaving out Urson. So of course, you and the 6 other people that you brought in all agree with you. That's the definition of collusion, you dumbass. You're the biggest hypocrite. You literally debunked your own fucking talking points in your own video. But don't worry, we're gonna keep going. And let's not forget all the shitty t-shirts that I fucking wore during fucking other streams, to be a team, to be a team player, to wear and support, trying to encourage people to go and buy her shitty craftsmanship. Okay? So let's not act like we don't fucking do shit that we're not proud of because we thought that we were friends. And that's what you don't judge. You support, any way you can. And if you can't, you still support by like, hey, keep going. You're gonna get there. Yeah, she's probably not gonna get there, but hey, I still tried. I still tried, but now I'm glad I don't have to pretend anymore. So that's nice. You know what I mean? And you can never beat me. But the one time you actually got to beat me legitimately was the final week. Like, yeah, you won that last week fair and square because you had no more, you know, commissioner power, and you didn't switch out any players, and your team went off, and you won. But it was your last week there, so that is your parting gift on top of this video. On top of this video, you the one time you didn't have to win on a technicality or some bullshit. You know, like you know, like when we went head to head and I like smoked you in all those questions. You know what I mean? But Battleship. But unlike you, I can lose with honor. I could lose with honor. I don't need somebody going, hey, maybe you put a headphone in while you're doing the live stream and the trivia and I can give you the answers. Nah, I don't need to stoop that low. I'll lose with honor. I either win it, on my merits, or I lose with honor. Just like I'm losing my own fantasy league right now. Funny enough, in case you're wondering, I'm not in the finals because I didn't need to cheat. I just disqualified the cheaters and people who wanted to side with them. But that notepad came real handy when it came to your turn, right? Pumpkins. But we're not gonna talk about that, right? Right. You don't cheat. No. You don't suggest cheating either. No, 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 no. No. You've never done that. No. It's okay. At least I don't have to cheat for my wins. That's why I'm still a champion. You're not. And that must crush you. Now I'm gonna close out this video by talking about one last thing. Going back to the fantasy football, because that's ultimately what this all originated from. You supposedly set a lineup to make it fair, right? You said she wasn't setting her lineup anymore. So you set it up for her. Then when you saw that you were losing, you waited till the scores were settled and you took out CJ Tiller and you put in Jalen Waddle. I know most people listening now don't know what that is unless you watch football. Doesn't matter. The point is he took out a guy who only had 2.8 points that played on a Thursday night, and he put in a guy that played in Sunday afternoon who ended up putting like 26 points. And that's why I called him out. And that's what led to those text messages in the beginning. I might even put those back up too, just so you can see everything together. He then goes to follow, right? When I call him out, he goes to uncollaborate with me on a bunch of posts. Right? Remember that, DK? That's why I initially wrote you. I said, hey, are we good or I'm having another co-host incident? And you said, no, it's clear whose league it was, so I just uncollaborated. Okay, it was never a dispute about whose league it was. It's called the We Family Son Football League. I thought you could read. I know I joke around and say I can't read, but bro, maybe you need to get your glasses checked because it says We Family Son Football League, not We Morning Stars or We Family Son in Morning with the Morning Star. No Morning Stars are in there. It doesn't even say featuring DK. Guess what? Because it's not you. It's me. I'm the show. I'm We Family Son. I've always been with Family Son. That's why I still remain. That's why I still do numbers, which is why you got views. All right. This is exactly why when you propose us merging together, but stay with Family Son, I said, nah, I'm good, because you gave me those vibes just like him. Where after a while, you were gonna be putting up shit, and you were gonna try to fucking take over my shit, and that's gonna get shut down, because you don't run shit. You don't come up with good ideas. Everything's a fucking bite. You bring up Flash Fridays. It was Boy Meets Wednesday before that. Okay? You bring up we were doing movie reviews. We were already breaking down movies before you. We just weren't letting the audience pick. Stop playing yourself. Stop acting like you're original. You're not. And that's why you hate, because you're not original. And I'm everything that you want to be. Successful, more successful. And I'm not even that successful, which is crazy. Why are you hating on somebody who's not even made it? We both in the same struggle, dogs. Why are you bitching? Instead of helping each other out, you want to fucking try to tear down. You think that's going to make you rise? No, it's just going to show people that they can't fuck with you. And I hope that's what people see from this. Last time I was trying to be nice. Now I'm not being nice. I hope people see the bitch in you and see how corny and fake you are. And that when you stop suiting his needs and his purpose, then you're done. No matter what title he gave you, and no matter how cool he says you are. How many times he tells you you're original with your content, or you're his twin, or you're his friend, or you're really cool, and then he drops by into your streams with 6 bits. Oh, here's my 6 bits. I guess I made my quota. I'm a good friend. Look how supportive I am. What, you giving us a bit for every fucking kid you got, dogs? Come on, son. You're a fucking clown, dude. Clown. That's you. This is you, nigga. You. Except you're not. You're not an actual villain. You're just bozo, dogs. You're not even the Joker. You're not even fucking the Joker from the second movie with Joaquin Phoenix. You're not even that one. Why you fronting? Why you acting like something you not? Cause you a bitch. That's what bitches do. All right, man. I hope you learned your lesson, but you're probably not, cause you really think that you're this alpha male, tough guy, whatever. You're not gonna come see me. None of your friends are gonna come see me. Your dad's not gonna come see me. You're not gonna do shit, and everything you say is a fucking lie. Period. I'm not even gonna say keep my name out of your mouth. Keep saying it. I want niggas to know who I am, so they fucking find this video, so they can see this video and then see the bullshit that you are. So keep saying it, and you might have to, because if you want more views on your podcast, you're gonna need it, right? Because you got nothing else to offer. What are you guys talking about? You gonna tell us about how you left Twitch? I think I just told everybody why you left Twitch. You're not good at it. You burn bridges, and you're a bitch. Story done. But hey, whatever stories you want to make up to make you feel yourself feel better, have at it. Have at it. It might be better than the fucking books you write. So, congrats. And fuck all y'all. You know who I'm talking about. Everybody else who's been neutral, not mutual, who's been neutral, no beef. If you still follow him, all love. No beef here. None about you. I only mentioned a few names of the people who came at me. But if you saw this video and you feel any different about me, it's been real, dogs. It's been real. Don't come at a nigga and then think that I'm not gonna come back at you, because that's not how I roll. And I'm out. We family, son.